Hi, welcome to today's Vinyasa flow. For today's practice, you just need a little space to move your mat, and we are gonna get started in a reclined position. So make your way towards your back body. Lowering down, soles of the feet can rest on the mat. Just give yourself a few moments here to arrive, settling in, making a little space in your mind for practice today. And then lifting right leg towards the sky, bend right knee, so right ankle rests over left knee. And then gently pull your legs in towards your chest. Hand can come behind that left thigh or wrap around your left shin. If this feels too intense, you're welcome to return that left sole of the foot back to the mat. Just breathing here. Using your next round of breath, lower your left sole of the foot to the mat, keeping that knee lifted. Try to encourage your right knee away from your body. So noticing if it's wanting to pull in towards your chest, activating that right knee away from your head towards the bottom of your mat. Just notice where you feel that in your hips. We'll be working a lot on hip opening today, so just starting to activate a little here. And then gently place right foot back to the mat. Left leg reaches towards the sky. Bend left knee, resting left ankle over right knee. And then gently pulling legs in towards your body. Once again, finding the hand placement that feels best for you. You can always keep that right sole of the foot on the mat. Just finding what feels best is available in your body today. Again, you can slowly lower right sole of the foot to the mat, encouraging that left knee away from your body. Again, feeling that activation maybe in that outer hip, outer glute on the left side. Just checking in with where you feel that sensation. And then gently releasing that sole of the foot to the mat as well. You can pull both knees in towards your chest. Loosely wrapping your arms around the shins here for just a moment. We'll start with some box breathing. So we'll inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. All prompt us through it, but if there's a pace that feels better for you, you're welcome to take that. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Allowing your breath to gently fall back into its natural pattern. Then rock and roll here, up to a seated position. And from easy seat, taking a few side stretches. First, plant right hand outside of right hip, left arm reaches overhead. Inhale to center. Exhale, Other side, right arm overhead, left hand to the mat. Inhale through center. Exhale to the other side. Working here with your pace of breath, or if it feels good, you can always take a little extra time in one side or the other. It's kind of imagining some extra space coming between those ribs. Completing one more round wherever you are, evening out both your sides. And then hands can come to rest on your knees. Bringing your soles of the feet together for butterfly. Lift your heart, pull your heels in towards your body as far as is available but doesn't cause any zinging. Lift your heart and then lightly hinge forward. Just giving yourself a few rounds of breath here. Pretty intense hip opener, so being kind to yourself as we start. Then lifting your heart out of that shape. Right shin shifts just a little, so it's parallel at the top edge of the mat. Left shin parallel at the long edge of the mat. And then walk your hands forward as far as is available for this forward fold. Noticing if your right hip is wanting to pop up and gently encouraging it to stay on the mat. If it's really wanting to work its way up, just walking your hands in a little closer to your body can help. Give yourself a few rounds of breath here. Next, exhale, walk hands in towards your body. Then shifting your feet, left foot comes up to meet right for butterfly, just a second. Then left shin parallel with the short edge of the mat. Right shin parallel with the long edge. Lift your heart, long spine, then walk your hands forward once more. Again, noticing if your hips are wanting to lift, encouraging them to stay towards the mat. Walking your hands in towards your body if that sensation gets too intense. Give yourself a few rounds of breath here. Maybe noticing the difference side to side on your body. Not judging, just noticing. Then walking your hands back in. We'll shift towards a tabletop position, so just making your way there however it feels comfortable. Starting first with some hip circles. Hips reach towards your heels and then up towards your wrists. Imagining you're painting a circle with your sit bones, basically, with your butt. So just taking in that shape and then reversing that direction. Pausing anywhere where it might feel a little stiff or sticky is sometimes the word that comes to mind. And then pausing in a neutral spine. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze for cow. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Coming back to a neutral spine here. You can start to lift your right leg off the mat, extend it long behind you, and then plant your right foot between your hands for low lunge. Now lift your fingertips here first. Stay active in your low body, so we're not dipping into the posture yet. Active here, engaging that core, fingertips lift. Can sometimes help with stability to tuck your back toe, finding what feels best for you. And then hands come towards the mat. You might be on tented fingertips. Shift your weight back. So hips reaching towards that left heel. Extend your right leg long. Call this half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Breathing here. Inhale, rock forward, come back to that lunge shape. Bringing in a little dynamic movement. Inhale, hands to the mat, heart pulls forward, half splits. Exhale, lift to lunge. Inhale, sink down. Exhale to lift. Give yourself about 3 rounds of breath, working at the pace that feels good, feels natural for you. And pausing next time you get to that lunge position. Hands come to the mat. Right foot steps back once more. Back to our typical tabletop. Other side. Extend left leg long, flexing those toes towards your face, engage the glute. Then left foot comes between your hands, lift to low lunge. Again, especially this first round, really active, tightening the glutes, tightening the core, fingertips lift. Then shifting weight back, heel extends long, half splits. Pull your heart forward. We have a tendency to want to round here, at least I do. Pulling your heart towards your toes here. Then inhale, lift back to that lunge. We'll start to bring in those pulses. Exhale here. Inhale, sink back. Exhale for your lunge. Inhale back. Exhale to lunge. Inhale, Ardha Hanumanasana. Exhale, lunge one more round with your pace of breath. And then hands back to the mat. Step back to our tabletop position. You can walk your hands forward about a handprint, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Give yourself a few moments here, pedaling out your down dog. Hips can shift side to side. Heels reach towards the mat. Press into both hands equally. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Bend that right knee, open your hip towards the right. Scorpion dog here. Then extend your leg long once more before planting right foot outside of right hand for lizard. Stay active in that back heel. Press your left heel away from your body. And then shifting your weight forward, left foot comes to the outside of left hand, hips sink down, Malasana. Just as far as feels good for your hips. It might be up here, might be down here. Plant your hands. Left foot steps back for lizard first. Right foot back for downward facing dog. Other side. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Bend your left knee, opening that hip towards the left. Allow the heel to be heavy here. Opening that hip. Extend your leg long. Left foot outside of left hand. Find your lizard, active in that back heel. Then shifting your weight forward, right foot to the outside of right hand, sink your hips down, Malasana. Elbows press into knees, crown of the head lifts. Plant your hands, step back to lizard, and then back to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, press your sit bones back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands forward and up. Exhale, folds all the way through. Inhale, half lift, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll start to add on. Inhale your hands forward and up. Exhale, fold all the way through. Plant your hands, step back to plank on the toes or plank on the knees. Inhale here. Exhale all the way to the mat. Untuck your toes, hands back by hips. Everything lifts for locust. Squeeze your back body, really active. Exhale back to the mat. Inhale, press up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Be here for a few rounds of breath. You're always welcome to take a tabletop shape or a child's pose. Checking in, listening to your body, what would feel best. If you're not in down dog, making your way there. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands forward and up. You might start to bring a little back bend if it feels good. Exhale, fold all the way through. Plant your hands, step back to plank on the toes or plank on the knees. Inhale here. Exhale all the way to the mat. Keep your hands under shoulders, untuck your toes. Lift your heart for cobra. Just as high as feels good. Then back to the mat. Inhale, press up to your plank. Exhale, downward facing dog or tabletop or child's. Likewise, you're welcome to play with some movement in your down dog if that feels good, or just leaning into the stillness. Not in down dog, make your way there. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, press your sit bones back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale your hands forward and up. Exhale, fold all the way through. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale for chaturanga or the mat. Keep your elbows tucked in. Inhale for up dog, locust, or cobra. Exhale back to down dog. Again, a few rounds of breath here. Pressing into both hands equally. Hips reach towards the sky. Heels reach towards the mat. Chest reaches towards the thighs. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, forward fold, hang heavy. Inhale, chair, sink your hips down, fingertips to the sky. Breathe here for one round of breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, chaturanga or the mat. Inhale, locust, cobra, or up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between the hands, back foot in and out at 45 degrees. Lift for warrior one. Bringing your hands behind low back. Lift your heart, interlace your fingers behind your seat, and then hinge forward, humble warrior. Arms might extend overhead. Right shoulder might come inside that right knee. One breath here. Then keeping your fold, release your hands. Hands can frame the foot. Straighten that front leg for pyramid. Nose points towards your knee. Breathe here, just one round of breath. Bend into that front knee, returning to warrior one. Hands to the mat. Step back to your plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, chaturanga or the mat. Inhale, locust, cobra, or up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between the hands, back foot in and out at 45 degrees. Lift for warrior one. Hands come behind low back. Interlace your fingers, maybe opposite thumb on top. Press your heart towards the sky. And then hinge forward. Humble warrior. Left arm might come inside of that left leg. Fingertips overhead. Gentle release of that grip. Plant your hands, straighten your front leg. Nose points towards your knee, pyramid pose. Just one round of breath here. Inhale, bend into your front knee, returning to warrior one. Plant your hands to the mat. Step back to your plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, chaturanga or the mat. Inhale, locust, cobra, or up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Give yourself a few rounds of breath here. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, forward fold, hang heavy. Inhale, chair, hips sink down, fingertips lift. One full round of breath here. Hands to heart center, straighten your legs for Tadasana. Lift your heart towards your thumbs, squeezing shoulder blades together. Now you're welcome in chair, which we'll be heading to next, to have your feet hips distance, or some people prefer it with toes touching. Find what feels best for your feet. Sink your hips down and back, lift your fingertips. Hips reach towards the back wall. Weight in your heels. Can draw hands to heart center once more. And then shifting your weight towards your left foot. Become light in your right foot. Right ankle rests over left knee. Encouraging that right knee towards the mat. So that same activation we had when we were on our back, now we're just standing, just on one leg, no big deal. Then shifting your right foot behind you, nice and slow. Step back to rest on the ball of the foot. Fingertips lift for crescent. Breathe here, active in that back heel. Pressing back heel towards the mat. Then hands come to the mat, framing that left foot, my goodness. Right hand stays on the mat, left arm opens up. Breathe here. Lots of rights and lefts. We're doing great. Left fingertips to the sky, then left hands back to the mat. Step back to a plank position. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, chaturanga or the mat. Inhale, up dog, locust or cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, press your sit bones back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sink your hips down and back once more. This time, weight shifts towards the right foot. Become light in that left foot. Left foot lifts off the mat. Left ankle rests over that right knee. Flex your left toes here. Helps protect our knee. And then encourage that left knee towards the mat. Active in that outer hip. Breathe here. Then slowly, with as much control as we can, left foot extends behind us. Lift into crescent. Press that left heel back, a little extra opening across the front of our left leg. Hands to the mat. Left hand stays planted, right arm sweeps towards the sky, revolved low lunge. Breathe here, fingertips lift. Press into that back heel, staying active in this pose. Hands to the mat. Step back to plank position. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, chaturanga or the mat. Inhale, locust, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Give yourself a few rounds of breath here. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding Tadasana. So staying active in this pose here. Maybe lift all your toes off the mat, place them back down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, heart pulls forward. Then shifting weight towards the left foot. Right foot lifts off the mat 90 degrees. Flexing your right toes. Then sweeping right arm behind you, left arm forward, turn towards that bent knee. Breathing here. Feeling that activation in the glutes, that standing leg. Then gently bringing right hand back to heart center. Shift your weight forward. Warrior 3. Back leg extends long behind you. Flexing those back toes towards your face. You're always welcome to use that back foot as a kickstand. One more breath here. Then hands plant to the mat, lifting that right leg higher towards the sky. Call this standing splits. Even if it looks nothing like the splits, finding your shape. One more breath here. Then gently bending that left knee comes to touch that left calf, little squat. Extend long once more. Do one more round. Bend that left knee, squatting down here in those standing splits. Extend long. Right foot comes to meet left. Uttanasana, hang heavy. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding your base here once more, feeling stable in Tadasana with both feet on the mat. Man, look how good I am at standing when I have 2 feet. Feeling into that. Then starting to shift your weight towards the right foot this time. Left foot lifts off the mat, 90 degrees. Find your stability here first. Can still have wobbles and wiggles, but feeling that base. Then left arm sweeps behind you, right arm sweeps forward. Really twisting with those shoulders. So active here in that upper body. Keeping that standing leg stable. Keeping those left toes flexed. Gently bringing that left hand to meet right, hands at heart center before shifting into warrior 3. Left leg extends long behind you. Crown of the head reaches forward. Left toes flex towards the face. Breathe here. Hands slowly come to the mat. Extend left heel a little higher. Finding your standing splits. Imagining they look like beautiful, real splits, no matter what they actually look like. Lifting that left heel a little higher, then bending right knee, left knee touches right calf, extend long. One more, bend right knee, left knee touches right calf, extend long. Heel reaches up, left foot comes to meet right, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, press your sit bones back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale your hands forward and up. Exhale, fold all the way through. Plant your hands and then step back to a down dog. Inhale here, press your heels towards the mat. Exhale, chest towards your thighs. Inhale, sweep your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Back foot parallel with the short edge of the mat. Lift to warrior 2. Arms at shoulder height. Inhale, palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse warrior, right arm overhead. Inhale, extended side angle, left arm overhead. Trying to keep that left or right elbow off of your knee here. You can use it for support, but maybe those fingertips reach towards the mat. Gently returning to warrior 2. Inhale, palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Straighten that front leg, turn your toes to long edge of the mat, pull your heels in, sink down for goddess. Finding your hips nice and low. Hands come to the inside of your knees, then pressing right hand into right knee, dip that right shoulder down. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, other side. Can work with your pace of breath here. It's again, lingering a little longer, anywhere where it feels good, giving yourself full permission for that. We'll do just a few rounds here. Pausing when you complete your next round. Finding goddess, hips stay low. Noticing if you're wanting to lean forward, like I was. Keeping your hips low. Straighten your legs, turn your toes to long edge of the mat. Wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, half lift, shoulders to hip height. Exhale, sink towards your left knee, Skandasana. Right toes might flex up towards the sky. Breathe here. Then walk your hands, turn your toes back to the top of the mat. Low lunge, left hand plants to the mat, right arm sweeps to the sky. Back to that revolved low lunge. Fingertips lift, then hands back to the mat. Step back to plank position. Inhale and plank. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Warrior two on the other side. Back foot parallel with the short edge of the mat. About fell over. Inhale, left palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, extended side angle, left arm overhead. Rather, right arm overhead, left arm reaches towards the mat. Back to warrior two. Inhale, palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, extended side angle, finding your shape. Exhale, back to warrior two. Straighten that front leg, turn your toes, pull heels in, sink down for goddess. Noticing if your knees are wanting to knock in, pull your weight towards the outside edges of your feet. Breathing here. Hands come to the inside of your knees, shoulder dips once more. Working with your breath, inhales pull you to center, exhales dip down. Always welcome to spend a little extra time here. This just feels so nice sometimes. Completing your next round, both sides. Then pausing in center, hips stay low. Straighten your legs, turn your toes to long edge of the mat. Wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, wide-legged half lift. Exhale, Skandasana, this time sinking towards your right side. Again, you're always welcome to stop a little earlier. Taking the shape that feels best for you. Then walk your hands, turn your toes back to the top of the mat, low lunge. Right hand plants, left arm sweeps to the sky. Revolved low lunge. Fingertips reaching as tall as they can. Then hand back to the mat. Step left foot back to hold and plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath here. Actively reaching your hips high, heels to the mat. Pressing into both hands equally. Then rocking forward to plank once more. Use your entire exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Untuck your toes, lift your heart for Sphinx. Shoulders over elbows. Heart pulls through, so squeezing shoulder blades together, crown of the head tall. Low body release. Notice where you're holding any tension, gently encouraging it to soften. One more breath. Then gently lowering back to the mat. You can rest here for a moment before pressing into your hands. Lift yourself back towards a tabletop position. Inhale, right leg extends long behind you. So plant that right foot to the outside of your left foot. So a little twist here. Gaze over your left shoulder towards that extended heel. Press into that back heel, a little extra side stretch here. Then bringing your gaze back to neutral, back to between your hands. Bend that right knee, hips sink back. Half child's, half cow face variation. You're absolutely welcome here. If you have full cow face in your practice, you can set your seat right between your heels, embrace that posture. If you don't have that in your practice, you're still a phenomenal person. Just breathing here. Can allow yourself to rock forward once more, extending that right leg long behind you. Then swing it out perpendicular, planting it off the mat. Tuck left toes, hips sink back, half childs, half planters. Just a full round of breath here. If left toes tucked is too intense, you're welcome to release them. Gently rocking back to a tabletop position. Other side. This time left leg extends long behind you. Planting that left foot outside of right foot. Gaze drifts over right shoulder. Little side twist here. Little extra space between the ribs on the left side of our body. Press into that left heel. Bringing your gaze back to between your hands. Bend your left knee, sink your hips back. Half child's, half cow face variation. Hips reaching towards heels. Maybe taking the full cow face shape if that's what is in your practice. Breathe here. Gently rocking forward. Keep that left leg extended long. Before swinging left leg out perpendicular, plant it off the mat. Tuck your back toes, sink your hips back. Half childs, half planters. Full round of breath here. We're rocking forward to our tabletop. Then making your way to a child's pose. Toes can touch, hips reach towards the heels, arms extend long. Give yourself about 3 full rounds of breath here. Walking your hands back in towards your body to lift your heart, and then sweeping your heels out from under your seat. You might come to the side of your mat for wide-legged seated forward fold. That way heels are supported on the mat. Lift your heart, and then actively reach your fingertips tall. Super long spine here. Hinge forward as far as you can, not letting that spine round just yet. And then when you're ready, hands fall where they may, spine rounds. This is a great way to find our edge in this shape. But if it's too intense, you can walk hands in towards your body. If it's not intense enough, you can walk hands away from your body. Three more rounds of breath here. Can use your next exhale to walk hands in towards your body. Then shifting back to our typical orientation, Janu Shishasana. Right leg extends long, left sole of the foot towards that right thigh. Lift your heart, lengthening your spine, then hinge forward. Hands can fall on calf or ankle or all the way at toes. Just breathing here. If you'd like a little extra stretch in that left low back, you can take both hands to the outside of your right leg. Little mini twist here. But if that causes any zinging, pinching of any kind, just returning back to straight on Janu Shishasana. Wherever you are, working your hands back in towards your body. Then this left leg plants over right thigh. Right arm wraps around that bent knee. Left hand props up behind you, half Lord of the Fishes variation. Hug that knee in towards your chest. You're always welcome to take your elbow on the outside of that knee, but I like the leverage that I get by wrapping my hand around the knee. So just finding what feels good for you. Keeping your spine long. Breathing into that twist. Gentle release, unwind. Both legs extend long. Left leg stays out there. Pull right sole of the foot towards your left thigh. Janushirasana on this side, crown of the head reaches tall, hinge forward. Hands can rest on calf or ankle or toes. Breathe here. Option for that little twist, both hands to the outside of our left leg. Again, checking in with the right side of your low back. Does that feel good? Awesome. Stay here. Doesn't feel good? Come right back out. So just checking in, listening to your body. Wherever you are, walking hands back in towards your body. Right sole of the foot plants outside of left leg. Left arm wraps around that bent knee. Half Lord of the Fishes on the other side. Again, being really active, pulling that left leg towards your body. Might feel a little extra stretch in that right side of your hip. Breathe here. Keep your spine long, active in that twist. Then gentle release. Both legs extend long. You can put soles of the feet to the mat, scoot your hips forward, lowering down to your back body. You can hug both knees in towards your chest. Scanning if there's any other shape that would feel good, taking it right now. When you're ready, pulling your forehead up to your knees, little yogi hug, squeezing tight. And then extend into Shavasana. Legs extend long, arms extend long. Allow yourself to be heavy here. Allow yourself to take up space here. Reminding ourselves that this pose is just as important as any other shape we took today. And I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Body can remain still. If it feels good and is available to you today, you're welcome to stay in this place of rest. If it's time to close out your practice, you can start by deepening your inhales and exhales. Notice that rise and fall in your chest. Maybe wiggling your fingers and toes, working your way to rolling out wrists and ankles. Even a nice good morning stretch, fingertips reach one way, toes opposite direction. Then slowly guiding yourself to a fetal position on whichever side you prefer. before gently pressing yourself up to a comfortable, easy seat. Taking a few moments here with eyes soft or closed, just to feel into some gratitude, showing up for yourself today, honoring your body with movement and with rest. We can close with a collective breath. Inhale, reach your fingertips towards the sky. Exhale, draw your hands back to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Thank you for being part of this rad community, and I hope you have a wonderful day.